Is Curtis a shite bag or is Ekin-Su a nutcase? Let me know in the comments. Love Island All Stars Thursday the 30th of January, and finally it wasn't the Harriet and Ronnie show. However, let's talk about that breakfast. Ronnie gave Harriet a plate. Was it like muffins or something? Did he actually make that? I didn't even see what was in it because I didn't have my glasses on, but I did see that he made her toast and grapes. Toast and grapes. Me personally, I've never tried dry toast and grapes. Toast and banana, yes. But I mean, maybe this could be a new taste sensation. When he gave her the plate, at the time I kind of thought, oh for fuck's sake man, toast and grapes. But he cut out the toast in a wee love heart and he was just trying to be cute. And I must say that if I was seeing somebody and they made that for me, maybe I would laugh, but I would still be like, oh, they've put a wee bit of effort in, that's nice. But I don't like red grapes either, but you know, it was the thought that counts. Some of the boys, I can't remember who, but they were sitting talking about Ronnie and Harriet, and they were saying if it hasn't worked on the outside, there's obviously a reason for it. And Ronnie seems to be so in love, he's just got tunnel vision, but they think maybe it might not work on the outside. Whereas I'm still sitting here thinking they never split up, they're there for the money. Danielle and Curtis were having a chat at the fire pit while Ekin-Su was breaking her heart to Ronnie. And while I did feel sorry for Ekin-Su because I do think she really likes Curtis, up until that point, Curtis hadn't really done anything wrong, and Ekin-Su was causing drama and just accusing him of all sorts. Ekin-Su was way overreacting for the situation, and remember when Luca was on with Gemma, and he was showing signs of being jealous, and people were saying, oh, you don't want to be with somebody controlling, red flag, run girl and all that. And Ekin-Su has only been with Curtis for 2 weeks. And I feel as if it's just like, Luca got way more hate for his behaviour and it wasn't anywhere near as extreme as Ekin-Su's. Ekin-Su was crying and she says, oh, is it me? Like, I feel as if I've done something wrong. And the girls were like, babe, you've done nothing wrong, it's him. That's not a real friend. Because a real friend would have says, do you know what? Maybe you're freaking him out with your erratic behaviour. Maybe you're scaring him off. Maybe you might want to take a few steps back and chill out. If my friends ask me for my opinion, I'll be honest with them. And Catherine was going absolutely off her head and blaming Curtis. Then I remembered when she was on her season with Scott and she came back for Casa with another guy and Scott was single. And then when they were showing clips and stuff, she started attacking him and she was like, oh, you're only single because nobody wanted you. And I feel as if she's just going to blame the man no matter what. Lucas spoke to Ekin-Su and he was saying, Curtis feels as if you're not being your genuine self. And he was trying to just like calm her down and explain the situation. They maybe edited it out, but I feel as if he should have said, look, you're too extreme. You're scaring people. But at least they took it to the side and tried to explain something that was going on. Curtis and Ekin-Su went to the fire pit, the most public place that they could have had this chat. And Curtis was saying, let's have a chat tomorrow with fresh minds. I've said this a million times before. If I've got something on my mind, I need to talk about it at the time. I can't go to bed when I've had an argument with somebody and it hasn't been settled or it hasn't just been finished because I can't sleep. I go through it and through it and through it in my head and I drive myself insane. I know that when somebody's more level-headed, they like to take time away and think about it rationally, but I'm not a rational person. I'm an absolute nutcase as well. So he was saying, I don't want to make any decisions right now. Let me think about it and we'll get back to each other tomorrow. And then he started talking about his mum, like I want to phone my mum, and then he got into this conversation about not speaking to her for a while or whatever. I don't know if I wasn't paying attention. I just totally lost what was happening. Out of nowhere, Ekin-Su just kissed him. It was this dramatic show. She's stroking his face. She wanted Danielle to see everything between us is fine, even though it wasn't. And by the way, when she was talking to Luca, and he says, like, what's the matter, or what you thinking, or whatever it was, and she was like, do you want to know? I really like him, Luca. It was so fucking Days of Our Lives. Who even speaks like that? If I was talking to one of my friends and they says, what's up, I'd be like that, oh my god, I really like him, and I'm fucking going nuts. I wouldn't be like, you want to know? I really like him, Paula. Like, what the fuck? Is she constantly writing scripts in her head? Is it just me? It's the fucking fakest thing I've ever seen in my life. I mention this in every video. When she's talking to the girls and she's giving them advice, she's like, babe, I've been here. I know how it feels. Minus whatever kind of shit accent is that I just done there. She can't just sit and talk to somebody. She's always got to sit, stare into their eyes, hold their hands, like be there, you know what I mean? You're like that, fuck, calm down. And by the way, I'm totally bitching about Ekin-Su as if I hate her, but I just hate how intense she is. Like, I don't understand it. Danielle pulled Ron for a chat and she was saying, oh, I think that he likes me. I wouldn't waste my time pulling him for chats if I didn't think he liked me. And you could tell when she was talking to Ron that she wasn't really interested. Like, when she's talking to Curtis, you can see the way she's looking at him, the way she's smiling. Her body language is like more relaxed, but with Ron, it's like, oh, we're just going to sit here and have a wee chat. Sam and Elma were chatting and he was saying how he liked her, and she was talking about how the two of them were on Towie together. Now, I don't watch any of these Made in Chelsea, Towie or whatever, so I've got no idea if they've been on these shows before. But it just goes to show that you can be friends with somebody for years and then things can change all of a sudden. I was wondering why she was so comfortable when they spent the night together, because I was like, oh my god, she's really comfy, like kissing him, hugging him and all that. Like, she must know him outside. I didn't realise that they actually were friends. The boys were asking Curtis what he would do if Ekin-Su told him that he couldn't chat with Danielle, and he's like, nobody can tell me who to speak to. Next thing you know, Ekin-Su was sitting with Grace and Luca, and Curtis came over and she says, oh, have you told her you're not going to be getting to know her? And he said no, and Grace's face was like, Luca, let's go. I was pissing myself. Oh, by the way, Grace's outfit, 10 out of 10. So when that awkward moment was passing by, it felt as if it was in slow motion, so I don't know how they felt. But Ekin-Su says to Curtis, have you told her that if you speak to her, it's not going to be in a romantic way? And he said no. And she says, oh, I want you to tell her that. And he's like, okay. Him agreeing to say that is basically saying that he's not going to chat to her, because he could chat to anybody in the villa, not in a romantic way. What really got me is that earlier when they were speaking at the fire pit, she says, oh, you've got this idea in me of how you've seen me on TV. And he says, I've never seen you on TV. Not everybody has watched Queen Ekin-Su of Love Island on TV. Obviously, I've seen her on Love Island and I've seen her on Celebrity Big Brother. But Ronnie or somebody was speaking to her about touring America or whatever. What else does she do? I know that she's got makeup and stuff, but like, other than Love Island and Celebrity Big Brother, I've got no idea what she does. I felt as if Curtis was trying to explain to her, I haven't seen you on TV, I haven't seen your socials, I don't know anything about you. And in her mind, she's like, oh, impossible. It was time for the bombshells to steal. Sammy chose Elma. No real drama there. Yeah. And Danielle chose Curtis. And at the time, I kind of thought, I hope she chooses Ron. But deep down, I kind of wanted her to choose Curtis. So now, what would make it really interesting is if the singles get dumped. That would be Ronnie, so there's no more Ronnie and Harriet show, and Ekin-Su, so there's no more Ekin-Su and Curtis show. That would really cause a stir in the villa. I don't know if there's going to be a dump or not, but let me know in the comments what you think. Would you like Ronnie and Ekin-Su to go, or do you want them to hang around? Let me know what you thought of tonight's episode, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye!